Swimmers, let's please clear the main competition pool. Please clear the main competition pool. We are 9 minutes away from starting our preliminary session here. Opening day for the Olympics in Paris, our third day of competition here at the IU Natatorium in downtown Indianapolis, the 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. This morning we're going to have competition in the women's 400 IM, the men's 200 free, we've got 50 breaststroke, women's 100 backstroke, and men's 200 butterfly. That all in the lineup this morning. We're just a couple minutes away from getting started here. All right, we're going to open it up this morning. 9 preliminary heats, the women's 400 IM. Good luck to all of our swimmers today. Heat 1. Lane 3 for City of Plano, Emery Kalin. 4 for Mason Manarays, Caitlin Smittle. Lane 5 for Tide Riders, Charlotte Brown. Turn, Emery Kalin from City of Plano, out front lane 3. 108.52. Ahead of Caitlin Smittle, Mason Manarays in lane 4. Charlotte Brown from Tide Riders lane 5. They're all pretty much up there together, heading into the backstroke. Charlotte Brown, Tide Riders, lane 5, now out front. She turns 2:28.05 at the 200. Smiddle second, lane 4. Charlotte Brown from Tide Riders turning after the breaststroke, 3:57.01. Emery Kalen, City of Plano, lane 3. Now moving back into second position for Smiddle in lane 4. As they're swapping leads and positions back and forth here. And heat 1 of 9 to be swamped in the women's 400 IM this morning. First heat of the day, finishing up here, Charlotte Brown Tide Riders, 5:07.31. To start us off in the preliminaries of the women's 400 IM. Heat 2. Heat 2, lane 1 for New Trier Aquatics. Ellison Wilfred, 2 for New Trier. Josephine Dome, 3 for Ensworth Aquatic. Megan Horn, 4 for Long Island Aquatic. Madison Lynn, 5 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Tegan Madera, 6 for Ensworth Aquatics is Lucy Trelove. And 7 for Rockville Montgomery, Fiona Sanyel. Lucy Trelove, Ensworth Aquatic, lane 6. At the 100, 108.80. And Josephine Doom of New Trier Aquatics in lane 2, who turned in a 109.91. Megan Horn-Ainsworth Aquatic, lane 3. Turns at the end of the backstroke. 228.07. Second position, lane 2, Josephine Dump, New Trier Aquatics, who turned in a 229.41. Come now to the front here, halfway through the breaststroke. .300 turn here for Josephine in lane 2, 400.12. Horn second in lane 3, third now. Tiga Madera, Fast Tigers in lane 5. Heat 2 swimmers coming into the wall. Josephine Dom, New Trier Aquatics. Her time, 5:10.52. Heat 3. Heat 3, lane 1 for Kentucky Aquatics. Kareemia Jones, 2 for North Carolina Aquatic. Kenzie Kim, 4 for Fort Wayne Swim Team. McCartney Mailer, 4 for Dad's Club Swim Team. Alina Alley, 5 for Rockville Montgomery. Kelly Kincaid, 6 for Mason Manor Rays. Alyssa Ullman, 7 for Tide Riders. Emma Stevick. And in lane 8 for Team Greenville, Anna Barr. Kelly Kincaid finishes up the fly leg, 107.22. Ahead of McCartney Mailer, Fort Wayne Swim Team in lane 3. In lane 3, turning in a time of 108.57. 200 turn for Kelly Kincaid, Rockville, Montgomery, 227.10. Lena Alley, Dad's Club, second in lane 4, turns into 228.97. Turning at the end of the breaststroke here, heat 3. Kincaid out front, 358.86. Kinsey Kim, North Carolina Aquatic Club, turns second in lane 2, 359.31. And third, Lena Alley of Dad's Club, lane 4. Heat 3 coming in, Kelly Kincaid, Rockville, Montgomery, 508.51. Heat 4. Heat 4, lane 1 for course swimming, Grace Belknap. 2 for Team Greenville, Susan Seeley. 3 for Ole Swimming, Sadie Rogers. 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Lauren Wedeking. 5 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Sophia Lyons. 6 for Long Island, Sasha Carafin. 7 for Verona Area Swim Team, Monica Schmidt. And lane 8 for Team Greenfield, Abby Schneider. Susan Seeley, Greenfield, lane 2 out front, 109.37 at the 100. Ahead of Abby Schneider, Team Greenfield in lane 8, who turned 109.55. Susan Seeley here with a nice lead at the end of the backstroke, heat 4. She turns in a 2:25.06. Had Abby Schneider of Greenville in lane 8. Third in lane 6, Sasha Carafin, Long Island Aquatic, turning in a 2:28.72. Seeley into the freestyle, 3:53.47. Schneider still second in lane 8. Susan Seeley from Team Greenville brings it in, 5:00.44. Quick so far. Heat 5. Heat 5, lane 1 for Blazing Barracudas, Sophia Jimenez. 2 from St. Croix Swim Club, Elena Biebel. 3 for North Carolina Aquatic, Abigail Emmerichs. 4 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Jordan Glassley. 5 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Una Diaz. 6 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Logan Haberman. 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, Colleen Tracy. And 8 for Long Island Aquatic, Reagan Freed. Sophia Jimenez turns at the end of the flight, lane 1, 1:07.13. Abigail Emmerich, North Carolina, second in lane 3. She turned 1:08.81. Emmerich turning at the end of the backstroke. 227.72. Freed second in lane 8. Third, we see Tracy now. Colleen Tracy of Wolfpack was in the lead there at the 200. 226.93, then Freed in 8 and Emmerich in 3. Jimenez to the front at the end of the backstroke. She turns 356.38. Ahead of Colleen Tracy, Wolfpack in lane 7, second, 357.50. Good race coming into the wall here. Heat 5, Jimenez in 1, Emmerich in 3. And on the wall first is Sophia Jimenez, Blazing Barracudas, out of lane 1, 506.32. Heat 6. Heat 6, lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Sydney Green. 2 for North Carolina Aquatic, Daisy Collins. 3 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Ayla Madera. 4 for Germantown Academy, Amelia Gibson. 5 for Academy Bullet Swim Club, Alexandra Casanovas. 6 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Alexandra Moore. 7 for CSP Tide Riders, Ruby Nussbaum. And an 8 for Arlington Aquatic Club, Charlotte Skogna. Out front at the 100, Alexandra Casanovas, Academy Bullets in lane 5, 107.58. Had Ayla Madera of Fast Tigers, lane 3, turned into 107.69. Amelia Gibson of Germantown Academy now to the front. at the 150, turning on 146.60 ahead of Casanovas in 5. Gibson here, lane 4, turns at the end of the backstroke, 223.95. Second position is Alexandra Moore. Chelsea Pierce in lane 6, 226.37. Alexandra Casanovas, Academy Bullets, in the lead heading into the freestyle. She turns in a 354.42 ahead of Alexandra Moore. Chelsea Pierce in lane 6, 355.90. And then Gibson, third from Germantown Academy, lane 4. Casanovas out front at the 350. Gibson back into second position, lane 4. Amelia Gibson, Germantown Academy, lane 4, charging on Alexandra Casanovas of Academy Bullets in lane 5 as they race it into the wall. Gibson to the front. They both reach for the wall, and Casanovas gets there first. 5:03.71. It was a nice race there, ladies, heading into the first of our circle-seeded heats in this event, Heat 7. Heat 7, lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Sadie Murphy. 2 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Jenna Gogol. 3 for Long Island Aquatic, April Chin. 4 for North Carolina Aquatic, Yari Brock. 5 for Dance Club, Cassidy Kitchell. 6 for Academy Bullets, Isabella Witowitz. 7 for Team Greenville, Emily Schneider. And 8 for North Carolina Aquatic is Maya Lambert. Isabella Witowitz, Academy Bullets here, lane 6. 100 turning at a 106.52. Ahead of Yari Brock, North Carolina Aquatic, lane 4, 107.79. Towitz here at the 200 mark, 2:23.25. Second position, lane 7, Emily Schneider, Team Greenville. And third is Yari Brock, North Carolina, lane 4. It's been Isabella Witowitz from Academy Bullets, lane 6 all the way here. Finishing up her breaststroke leg. She's going to turn in a time of 3:49.30. Emily Schneider's second in lane 7, turning in a 3:55.87. Cassidy Kitchell from Dad's Club, third in lane 5. Isabella Witowitz, Academy Bullets, finishes up her swim. 4:59.06, just getting in under the 5-minute mark. Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1 for North Carolina, Aquatic, Isabel Wolk. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Maria Webb. 3 for Academy Bullets, Chloe Diner. 4 for Suburban Seahawks, Lainey Mullins. 5 for Mason Manor Rays, Adeline Robillard. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Carly Tyler. 7 for Tide Riders, Hannah Renaud. And 8 for Suburban Seahawks, Caitlin Colasar. Return for Chloe Diner, Academy Bullets, 1:07.05. Had a Maria Webb, Rockville Montgomery in lane 2 at 1:07.11. Carly Tyler at the 200, 222.43. Diner second now in lane 3. Now Chloe Diner halfway through the breaststroke. Out in front, she turned at the 250, 305.93. Had Adeline Robillard, Mason Manarays in lane 5. Adeline Robillard, Mason Manarays to the front in lane 5. Turns heading into the free, and Robillard 347.64. Diner turns in a 349.73 in lane 3. And third at the turn, Carly Tyler from Lakeside in lane 6. Chloe Diner for Academy Bullets in lane 3. Into the lead here on the freestyle leg under the backstroke flag. Chloe Diner, Academy Bullets. Robillard does get in there and touch first. It looked like Diner was going to get her, but Robillard touching first. 456.45 out of lane 5. That was a good back and forth race. And Robillard getting in there, out touching Diner by 1/100th of a second, heading into heat 9. This is our final preliminary heat of the women's 400 IM. Swimming in lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Olivia Kremer. 2 for Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Angela Kadori. 4 for Tide Riders, Sydney Shoke. 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 6 for Long Island Aquatics, Sarah Larson. 7 for Mason Manarays, Dana Fairbanks. And 8 for Mecklenburg, Catherine Gunther. NCSA long course record of the women's 400 IM of 4:42.25. Zoe Dixon, Nova, Virginia in 2021. Kate Brager, Lakeside out front, turns at the 100, 105.39. Head of Sydney Shoke of Tide Riders, lane 4. Into the backstroke they go. Turning at the 150 was Shoke. Tide Riders now out front of Brager. Third at the 150. Catherine Gunther, Mecklenburg in lane 8. .200 turn for Sydney Shoke of Tide Riders, 2:17.72. Breakers around in a 2:19.02. Gunther's still third. Fourth is Dana Fairbanks. Mason Manarays in lane 7. .300 turned with Sydney Shoke, Tide Riders out front, 3:42.12. Prager turned in second, lane 5, 3:44.58. Angela Cadori, Rockville Montgomery, turned in third in lane 3. Sydney Shoke Tide Riders bringing it down here in lane 4. Quickest time out of the last heat by Adeline Robillard, Mason Manarays, 4:56.45. And Sydney Shoke, she's ahead of that with our quickest time turned into the preliminaries of the women's 400 IM at a 4:49.90. Moving into 23 preliminary heats in the men's 200 freestyle, heat 1. Heat 1, lane 3, showing unattached Chelsea Pierce, Callum McCracken, 4 for Stingray Swim Team, Luke Martin, and 5 for Iswaki Aquatics, Max Miller. Turn here with Luke Martin, Stingrays out front, 59.00. McCracken second in lane 3, 100.38. Here are the results of preliminary swims in the women's 400 IM. Second alternate in E, Carafin. First alternate, Ellie, in the E final. Freed, Barr, Webb, Renaud, Kim, Dom, Diaz, and Wolk. The D final, Colasar, Schmidt, Schneider, Kincaid, Green, Tracy, Brown, and Nussbaum. The C final of the women's 400 IM, Murphy, Moore, Emmerich, Jimenez, Kremer, Bryan, Collins, and Gibson. The B final, Brock, Casanovas, Mullins, Kitchell, Tyler, Schneider, Fairbanks, and Gunther. And the A final of the women's 400 IM, Seeley, Larson, Kadori, Witowitz, Diner, Robillard, Brager in your top seed from tie riders. Sydney Shoke with a swim of 4:49.90. Time now is 9:22 and a 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 19. We've got Martin on the wall, 2:05.42 heading into heat 2. Heat 2, lane 2 for Bowling Green Swim Club, Tyler Foster. 3 for Long Island Aquatic, James Bertrand. 4 for Machine Aquatics, Jonah Ginsberg. 5 for Fast Tigers, Caden Askren. 6 for Stingrays, William Calder. And 7, 14 Greenville, Joshua Wilder. Jonah Ginsberg from Machine Aquatics. 100 turn at a 58.14 ahead of Caden Askren. Fisher's area swimming Tigers at a 59.46. Now moving to the front here in lane 6, William Calder, Stingrays swim team. Calder will hit the wall here in heat 2 in a time of 2:03.33. Heat 3. Heat 3, lane 1 for Machine Aquatics, Jason Ross. 2 for Club North Swimming, Palmer Keith. 3 for Stingrays, Ryan Moore. 4 swimming unattached, Adam is Grant Goins. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Andrew Kissel. 6 for Arkansas Dolphins, Ethan Priddle. 7 for the Tide Riders, Stuart Ashley. And 8 for Club North Swimming, Gentry Comstock. Grant Goins turns in lane 4, second position, with Jason Ross, Machine Aquatics, out front, 57.86. Grant Goins back into the lead at the 150 turn, 129.44. Second position now is Priddle in lane 6. Grant Goins touching first in lane 4, 201.27. Heat 4. Heat 4, lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Ryan Chen. 2 for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Wyatt Herger. 3 for Arkansas Dolphins, Rocco Overton. 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Oscar Lever Gonzalez. 5 for Tide Riders, Charles Hill. 6 for Swim Houston, Luke Cook. 7 for Long Island Aquatic, Jake Suchovich. And in lane 8 for Iswaki Aquatics, Connor Freeze. Luke Cook of Houston out front in lane 6, turns at the 158.12. Ahead of Suchovich of Long Island in lane 7, 58.48. Luke Cook of Swim Houston Aquatic bringing it in lane 6. Cook's time this morning, 159.49. Heat 5. Heat 5, lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Matthew Campbell. 2 for Arkansas Dolphins, Noah Perry. 3 for Arlington Aquatic, Connor Menier. 4 for Irish Aquatics, Matthew Weeks. 5 for Mason Manor Rays, Evan Pressler. 6 for Zionsville Swim Club, Cooper McQuiston. 7 for North Carolina Aquatic Club, David Gellen. And 8 for Team Greenville, Phelan Crowley. Under turn out in front, Crowley of Greenville, 57.82. Matthew Weeks, Irish Aquatics, lane 4, second at 57.96. .150 turn here in Heat 5 with Crowley still out front, lane 8. Weeks still second. Third is Pressler for Mason Manarace in lane 5. And Phelan Crowley, Team Greenville, been out front all the way here in lane 8 of Heat 5, and Crowley's time, 1:59.61. Heat 6. Heat 6, lane 1. From Kentucky Aquatics, Brady Miller. 2 from Berserker, Nathan Wardlow. 3 for City of Plano, Trevor Novak. 4 for Eagles Swim Team, Caleb Von Wechter. 5 for Ole Swimming, Liam Condom. 6 for Innsworth Aquatics, Jackson Brodowski. 7 for Verona Area Swim Team, Cole Johnson. And 8 for Dad's Club, Benjamin Faribault. We need a coaching representative from Team Greenville to the lower admin table. Coaching representative from Team Greenville, please report to the lower admin table. Turning out in front, Liam Condon of Ole Swimming, 57.99. Head of Caleb Von Wechter, Eagle Swim Team in lane 4, turned into 58.20. Condon still out front at the 150. Half a length to go here in Heat 6. Caleb Van Wechter, Eagle Swim Team, lane 4. Coming on, Trevor Novak, City of Plano, lane 3. And they're all gonna race it into the wall here. With Condon, Condon does come back, splits a 30.45 on that last 50, touches in a 1:59.62. Into Heat 7 now. Getting racy here in Indianapolis. Heat 7 for Tide Riders, Cabot Morosky. 2 for Arkansas Dolphins, Jack Bracey. 3 for Ole Swimming, Ethan Wachowski. 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Gunnar Raymer. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Seamus Rooney. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Daniel Prinz. 7 for Fast Tigers, Thomas Johanneman. And lane 8 for City of Plano, Ben Callan. Wachowski out front, lane 3 for Ole Swimming, turns in a 58.15. Daniel Prinz of Rockville Montgomery, lane 6, who turned at the 158.36. Cabot Moruski of Tide Riders in lane 1 to the front. And Moruski takes heat 7 in a time of 1:58.34. Fastest so far, heading into heat 8 now. Heat 8, lane 1 for Nova of Virginia, Joshua Farnsworth. 2 for Eagle Swim Team, Connor Tiffin. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Nicholas Liberty. 4 for Swim Streamline, Cole Ebrel. 5 for Dad's Club, Andrew Zhao. 6 for Academy Bullets, Ryan Lipnick. 7 for Tide Riders, Camden Theodos. And 8 for Nutrier Aquatics, Stefan Tedek. Two here with Tadek out front in lane 8, 57.74. And second position, Joshua Farnsworth, Nova Virginia, over in lane 1, turning in a 58.36. Tadek still leads at the 150. Out of lane 8, 128.05. Farnsworth still second. In lane 1, 128.79 at the 150. Heat 8 coming into the wall. And touching first is going to be Farnsworth for Nova of Virginia, 158.32. Here's heat 9. Heat 9, lane 1 for Swim Houston, Samuel Wen. 2 for Dad's Club, Travis Lee. 3 for Pittsburgh, Samuel Kavanaugh. 4 for Academy Bullets, Sebastian Leal. 5 for Greenwich YWCA, Jonathan Packard. 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Samuel Nunez. 7 for Ensworth Aquatics, Mason McKinney. And 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Ethan Leonard. Sebastian Leo, lane 4, turning in a 56.87. Second position, lane 7, Mason McKinney of Ensworth Aquatics, turning in a 56.90. Heat 9 coming into the wall. Good race here. Jonathan Packard, Greenwich Y right there at the end on the wall. First in a time of 1:59.01. Heat 10. Heat 10, lane 1 for Tide Riders, Henry Murrah. 2 for Irish Aquatics, Sawyer Wells. 3 for Tsunami Swim Team, Deacon Gunshaw. 4 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Gavin Buckley. 5 for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Tate Alexander. 6 for Irish Aquatics, Carter Schultz. 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, James Guth. And lane 8 for Nova of Virginia, Benjamin Franks. Under turn with Alexander Tate of Mecklenburg out in front, 56.50. James Goose, Chicago Wolfpack, lane 7, second at the 100, 56.78. Coming down here to the finish of Heat 10, Tate Alexander, Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, 157.06. Actually, Gavin Buckley, Long Island Aquatic, touching first out of that last heat, 157.06. Heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Chase Elliott. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, John Owen. 3 for Machine Aquatics, Jackson Harriet. 4 for Dance Club, Nathan Moss. 5 for Rockwood, Connor Dunker. 6 for Fast Tigers, Anthony Adams. 7 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Caleb Guthrie. And 8 for Team Pittsburgh, Hunter Raymer. John Owen, Lakeside Swim Team in lane 2, leading the way at the 155.09 with Chase Elliott. Chelsea Piers, lane 1, second at 56.38. And John Owen of Lakeside here, lane 2, brings it in heat 11, 154.64. Quickest posting so far. Heat 12 coming up now. Heat 12, swimming lane 1 from Arlington Aquatic Club, Avery Kuhn. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Charlie Begin. 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, George Vasquez. Lane 5 for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Marshall Pfeiffer. In lane 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Carter Rankin. 7 for Ole Swimming, William Blakely. And 8 for Rockville Montgomery, Linus Amends. Carter Rankin of Lakeside, lane 6. Makes the 100 turn here in heat 12, a time of 55.75. Head of William Blakely, Ole Swimming in lane 7. He was 56.74 at the 100. Carter Rankin from Lakeside here with a sizable lead in heat 12. Rankin on the wall at a time of 155.68. Heat 13. Heat 13, lane 1 for Suburban Seahawks, James Brinchfield. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, James Rogers. 3 for Nova Virginia, Cole Nelson. 4 for Affinity Aquatic Club, Vaughn Muir. 5 for Dad's Club, Julian Hemmer. 6 for Mason Manor Rays, Leonardus Gustafson. Lane 7 for Academy Bullets, Braden Nagel. And 8 for the Bullets, John Murphy. 100 turn with Leonardus Gustafson, Mason Manarays out front, lane 6, 56.45. Head of James Rogers, Kentucky Aquatics in lane 2 at a 56.68. James Brinfield, Suburban Seahawks now to the front at the 150, lane 1. James Brinfield in lane 1 brings it in here, 156.77. Heat 14. Heat 14, lane 1 for Club North Swimming, Evan Krim. 2 for Lakeside, Jonathan Smith. 3 for Excel Aquatics, Wyatt Gallus. 4 for Machine Aquatics, Jackson Snyder. 5 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Rory O'Connor. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Mateo Augusti. 7 for Franklin Regional Swim Team, Isaac Layton. And 8 for Chicago Wolfpack, Stephen Grew. Jonathan Smith out front, or Jonathan Smith here, Lakeside lane 2, turns into 56.50. Ahead of Rory O'Connor, Chelsea Piers in lane 5, who turned at the 157.39. Jonathan Smith of Lakeside, lane 2. Smith buries his head into the wall, 157.87. Heat 15. Heat 15, lane 1 for Verena Area Swimming. Jackson Estevez, 2 for Team Pittsburgh. Nazar Zukovsky, 3 for Academy Bullets. Evan Connie, 4 for North Carolina Aquatic. Maximilian Halpern, 5 for Missouri State Aquatics. Bryce Reuter, 6 for Badger Aquatic Club. Alexander Heinrich, 7 for Arlington Aquatic Club. Eli Martin, and 8 for Dad's Club. Ephraim Soto. Heat 15, 100 turn here with Zukovsky in lane 2, 56.40, out ahead of Ephraim Soto, Dance Club in lane 8, who turned in a 56.72. Heat 15 finishing up. Nazar Zukovsky of Team Pittsburgh, 156.06. Heat 16. Heat 16, lane 1 for Dad's Club. Everett Cox, 2 for Long Island Aquatic. Ryan Baldwin, 3 for Rockville Montgomery. Alexander Wynn, 4 for Carolina Aquatic. Ben Pritchard, 5 for Izwaki Aquatics. Grant Fries, 6 for Southeast Metro Sharks. Gunnar Severson, 7 for Long Island Aquatic is Emmanuel Montanakis. And 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Meyer Hitch. Ben Pritchard, Carolina Aquatic, lane up over here in lane 8. Couldn't see him. Is Meyer Hitch, Lakeside Swim Team, out front at the 155.20. Ahead of Pritchard in lane 4, who turned into 55.37. Ben Pritchard, Carolina Aquatic, lane 4, turned in first at the 150, 125.24, hitch in 8, and third position, Severson in lane 6. Quickest time so far out of heat 11, 154.64 by John Owen of Lakeside. Ben Pritchard out front. Let's see where Pritchard puts it on the wall, 155.31. Heat 17. Heat 17, lane 1 for Suburban Seahawks, Gavin Shiflett, 214 Pittsburgh, Luke Hartman, 314 Greenville, Luke Heyman, 4 Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Ryan Griffith, 5-4 Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Dennis Ozil, 7-4 Long Island Aquatic, William Siegel, and lane 8 for Blazing Barracudas, Joshua Toothman. Ryan Griffin, lane 4, turning at the 155.20, ahead of Luke Hartman, lane 2 at a 55.79. Still our quick time so far, 154.64 out of heat 11. Sneaking up there in lane 2, Hartman challenging Griffith. And they tie there at the finish in a time of 154.88. That was awesome. Heat 18 now. Heat 18, lane 1 for Irish Aquatics, Nathaniel Temlis, 3 for Arlington Aquatic, Matthew Rose, 4 for Tide Riders, Brody Blatt, 5 for Pittsburgh, McClellan Clark, 6 for Dad's Club, Colby Williams, 7 for Mason Manta Rays, Brady Campbell, and 8 for North Carolina Aquatic, Tyler Barrett. Brody Blatt from Tide Riders, turning at the 155.62. Second position is Kobe Williams' Dad's Club, lane 6, who turned at the 155.75. Brody Blatt of Tide Riders on the wall in a time of 154.36. And that is our quickest posting so far through Heat 18. Here's Heat 19. Heat 19, lane 1 for Mason Manarays, Jarrett Payne. 2 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatic, Yufang Wu. 3 for Long Island Aquatic, Ethan Silver. 4 for Lakeside, Boone Wilcox. 5 for Eagle Swim Team, Tristan Furlow. Lane 6 for Zwaukee Aquatics, Aiden Terrazas. 7 for Zionsville Swim Club, Jake Terrera. And lane 8 for Rockville Montgomery, Griffin Oler. Tristan Furlow from Eagle Swim Team leads Heat 19 to the 100 turn, 54.98. Jake Terrera, Zionsville Swim Club, lane 7, turning second, 56.05. Tight heat coming down here to finish up Heat 19. Over in lane 3, Ethan Silver, Long Island Aquatic Club. And Silver touching first, 154.73. Heat 20. Heat 20, lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Carter Jewell. 2 for Chelsea Piers, Jack Haley. 3 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Reed O'Connell. 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Cooper Zecker Kemney. 5 for Tide Riders, Maxwell Marcus. 6 for Swim Houston, Gideon Swan. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Hudson Thurer. And 8 for Germantown Academy, Andrew Zhao. Three more preliminary heats left to go here in the men's 200 freestyle. And then we'll be into 50 breaststroke, which will be starting from the scoreboard balcony end of the natatorium. Gideon Swan, Swim Houston, lane 6. 55.16 at the 100. Second position, Jack Haley, Chelsea Piers, lane 2. 55.89. Swan still leading at the 150, turns into 124.38. Haley second in lane 2, and third is Zecker Kemney in lane 4 from Rockville Montgomery. Gideon Swan of Swim Houston, lane 6, brings it in 153.70. Our quickest posting so far. 3 more heats left to go in the preliminaries of men's 200 freestyle. This is Heat 21. Heat 21, the first of our circle-seated heats in this event. Lane 1 for Eagle Swim Team, Andrew Chen. 2 for Long Island Aquatic, Strahinya Meslow. 3 for Germantown Academy, rather. Brandon Fleck. 4 for Lakeside, Alexander Teesing. 5 for Long Island Aquatic, Martin Perchinsky. 6 for Suburban Seahawks, Kanyinier. Lane 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, Pico Hooper Havland. Actually, lane 7's open, and lane 8 for Innsworth Aquatics, Matthew Hughes. Alexander Teesing, lane 4, 53.69. Ahead of Brandon Fleck in lane 3, who turned in a 54.85. And Alexander Teesing from Lakeside, his time 152.25. That's the fastest so far, with 2 more heats left to go, heat 22. Heat 22, lane 1 for Badger Aquatics, Samuel Wolf. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Joshua Lopez. 3 for Long Island Aquatics, Sean Atkinson. 4 for Long Island, Sean Green. Lane 5 for New Wave Swim Club, Enzo Solitario. Lane 7 for Dad's Club, Kading Zowen. 8 for Zionsville Swim Club, Gavin Coggan. Enzo Solitario of New Wave Swim Club leading heat 22 at the 154.04, ahead of Sean Green, Long Island Aquatic, who turned in a 54.44. Sean Green up on top of the water into the lead. Time of 122.78. Sean Green powers it into the wall here. Green's time, 150.45. Just short of the meet record, 149.17. Final heat coming up here in the preliminaries of the men's 200 free, heat 23. And this is heat 23, our final heat, men's 200 freestyle. Lane 1 for Petty Aquatics, Tomas Chevres. 2 for Chicago Wolfpack, Peter Nolan. 3 for Petty Aquatic, Luke Brennan. 4 for Mason Manta Rays, Jason Zhao. 5 for Dad's Club, Alex Meow. 6 for Eagle Swim Team, Brandon Richter. 7 for Lakeside, Clay Bowman. And lane 8 for Ole Swimming, Benjamin Leginski. Zhao turns at the 50, 25-45 ahead of Miao. 26-27 in third out of lane 8, Leginski turning in at 26-64. Jason Zhao for Mason Manarays here, lane 4, has a seed time coming in quicker than the meet record. Meet record 149.17. Zhao's seed time coming in 148.60. Zhao turns at the 153.80. Miao in lane 5 turned at a 55.15. Third now, Luke Brennan, Petty Aquatics at the 155.60. We had one meet record yesterday, our only meet record of this championship meet. And that was in a relay last night. Men's 800 freestyle relay, to be exact, by Long Island Aquatic Club. New meet record in the 800 freestyle relay, 727.59. Jason's out. Brings this final heat to the wall, his time, 151.09. Looks like he backed it off there a bit at the end. We'll see how he comes back this evening. And that concludes the preliminaries of the men's 200 free. It's going to be into 50. Breaststroke we go. Ten preliminary heats up next in the women's 50 breaststroke. Women's 50 breaststroke, heat 1. Bell in 2. Stoycivic in 3. Mewburn in 4. Gerardo in 5. Crow in 6. And Komorowski in 7. Claire Mewburn from Excel Aquatics starts us off in this event, 35.28. Heat 2. Heat 2, we got Schwartz in 1, Aguilar Fernandez in 2, Hugh in 3, Fredericks in 4, Dye in 5, Karoma in 6, Slager in 7, and Smith in lane 8. Aguilar Fernandez touching in a 34.69. Heat 3. Heat 3 into the wall, 34.77. That was by Mimi Moore of Rockville. Heat 4. Results are preliminary swims in the men's 200 freestyle. I need to see coaches from Eagle Swim Team, Rockwood, Northwest Arkansas, Dad's Club, and Team Greenville. Need to see those coaches at the lower admin table. 3 potential swim-offs in the men's 200 freestyle. How about that? That's crazy. Jones 3:34.87. So in the men's 200 freestyle, the E final, potential swim off for first and second alternate Dunker and Furlow. In the E final, Nelson, Buckley, Campbell, Yu, Brinsfield, Wolf, Zukowski, and O'Connell. In the D final, Ozil, Williams, Maslow, Leginski, Zhao, Rankin, Clark, and Euler. And we've got a potential swim off in there. In the C final, potential swim off between Chen of Eagle and Heyman of Greenville. We've got Terrazas, Pritchard, Siegel, Bowman, Hartman, and Silver. And let me get the next heat of the water, 50 breaststroke in here. Witt touching out of this last heat, 34.19. C final of the men's 200 free, Chen, Heyman, Terezas, Pritchard, Siegel, Bowman, Hartford, Griffith, and Silver. The B final, Zachar Kemney, Owen, Nolan, Blatt, Haley, Lopez, Fleck, and Swan. And the A final, Yinier, Atkinson, Brennan, Miao, Solitario, Teasing, Zhao, and Green. Time now 10:20. 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 20. Only the most complex preliminary results when you're in 50 events. That's just the way that it works, right? All right, Caitlin Yeager-Poseidon here in Heat 6. She's on the wall in a time of 34.56. Moving into Heat 7. Heat 7, Traub in 1, Bremner in 2, Barr in 3, Green in 4, Jimenez in 5, Payton in 6, Lynn in 7, and back in lane 8. Payton in lane 6, 34.41. First of our circle seated heats coming up, Heat 8. Heat 8, we got Moore in 1, Walk in 2, McNeil in 3, Durham in 4, Corrigan in 5, Dorsey in 6, Rogers in 7, and Moore in lane 8. Kayla Duran, Chicago Wolfpack, lane 4. Duran's time, 32.45, quickest so far. 2 more heats left to go. Heat 9. Heat 9, Grable in 1, Perkins in 2, Gogol in 3, Naraki in 4, Kaler in 5, Stout in 6, Kiley in 7, and Jin in lane 8. Elizabeth and Rocky, Academy Bullets in lane 4. Reaches for the pad, 32.42. Fastest so far with one more heat left to go here in the preliminaries of women's 50 free, heat 10. It's our final heat here in women's 50 breaststroke. Riley in 1, Burrows in 2, Schmidt in 3, Robillard in 4, Diner in 5, Jerzenak in 6, Aiken in 7, and Witowitz in lane 8. NCSA long course record of the women's 50 breaststroke, 31.62 by Rachel Munson of Shorewood Swim Club, 2015. Adeline Robillard and Mason Manarays with the edge in lane 4. And Robillard does touch first in a time of 32.90. 12 preliminary heats in the men's 50 breaststroke. Heat 1. Bear in 3, Augustine in 4, and Liao in lane 5. Isaac Barrow, Kentucky Aquatics in lane 3. Kicks us off here in this event with a 30.99. Heat 2. Liu in 1, Grabe in 2, Schaefer in 3, Ament in 4, Nowazwiak in 5, Mahaley in lane 6, Brown in 7, Dolans in 8. Heat 2 on the wall, and touching first is Chase Rabe from Arlington Aquatic, lane 2, 31.67. Heat 3. Heat 3, Vanderroot in 1, Matheson 2, Keeler in 3, Pizwinski in 4, Jones in 5, McAllister in 6, Topping in 7, Men's in lane 8. Anthony Mathis, Fast Tigers over in lane 2. Mathis does touch first, 31.05. Heat 4. Spicer in 1, Perkins in 2, Chen in 3, Bartel in 4, Smith in 5, Harrison in 6, Tomczyk in 7, and Groot in lane 8. Need to see a coaching representative from Academy Bullets and Lakeside Swim Team at the lower admin table in regards to a potential swim-off in a women's 50 breaststroke. Heat 4, touching with Grood on the wall first, 30.10. Heat 5. Results of preliminary swims in the women's 50 breaststroke. Second alternate shovel. Potential swim off for first alternate between Russell of Lakeside, Nakula of Academy Bullets. In the E final, Green, Gajewski, Cromer, Stout, Smith, and back. In the D final, Karamian, Konarski, Zoller, Moore, Peterson, and Aguilar Fernandez. Heat 5 on the wall here as I'm trying to get this all in. Rattler in a 30.43. Heat 6. C final, we have Moore, Smith, and this is in the women's 50 breast. Moore, Smith, Jimenez, Traub, Yeager, Moore, Peyton, Ramey, and Perkins. We need to see coaches from Academy Bullets and Chicago Wolfpack at the lower admin table for potential swim-off for who's in B, who is in C, between Witowitz and Witt. The rest of the B final, Aiken, Dorsey, Riley, Zhin, Gogol, Jezerziak, and Burrows. Heat 6 on the wall now, with Grau touching first, 30.39. Heat 7. A final of the women's 50 breaststroke. Corrigan, McNeil, Schmidt, Kaler, Diner, Robillard, Dern in the top seed from Academy Bullets, Elizabeth Naraki in a time of 32.42. Time now, 10:31, 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 21. Need a coach from Dad's Club at the lower admin table, please. Coach from Dad's Club at the lower admin table. Heat 7 coming into the wall now. And it's Bucci from Mecklenburg, 30.67. Heat 8. Fu in 1, Shin in 2, Songer in 3, Nolan in 4, Widman in 5, Miller in 6, Garvin in 7, and Highline Persault in lane 8. Nathan Woodman from Machine Aquatics, 30.05. Heat 9. Heat 9, Dawson in 1, Ridge in 2, Hensel in 3, Skidmore in 4, Durham in 5, Mailer in 6, Zhao in 7, and Samson lane 8. Fastest time turned in out of the last heat, Nathan Widman of Machine Aquatics, 30.05. Nicholas Hensel, Dance Club here, lane 3. Brings heat 9 to the wall, 29.22. That's our quicks to this point in the preliminaries of the men's 50 breaststroke. Heat 10. This is the first of our circle-seated heats in the men's 50 breaststroke. Home in 1, Robertson in 2, Stevenson in 3, Bowers in 4, Martin in 5, Boylan in 6, Jewell in 7, and Liu in lane 8. Eli Martin of Arlington Swim Club, 29.16. That's our new fast time with 2 more heats to go. Heat 11. Heat 11. Bogeff in 1, Wilbur in 2, Zhao in 3, Tannenberger in 4, Kuznierski in 5, Shaper in 6, Tran in 7, and Wolf in lane 8. Lane 8, Samuel Wolf of Badger Aquatics, 28.14. And that is 0.02 of a second off the meet record with 1 more heat left to go. Heat 12. Final heat here in the men's 50 breaststroke. Zhao in 1, Delzer in 2, Konecki in 3, Wang in 4, York in 5, Koch in 6, Lynham in 7, and Wu in lane 8. NCSA long course record of the men's 50 breaststroke, 28.12, almost broken out of the last heat by Samuel Wolf of Badger Aquatics. Jake Wang of Suburban Seahawks, lane 4. Well, that's a good-looking stroke there, 28.11. And that is a new meet record in the men's 50 breaststroke. 28.11, breaking the old record by 1/100th of a second, and that is our second meet record of the 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships here at the IU Natatorium in Indianapolis. Congratulations, Jake. And we'll see if he can take that down another notch or 2 during the final session this evening, or maybe somebody else in that A final heat. It'll be 22 preliminary heats up next in the women's 100 backstroke. Heat 1. Heat 1 of 22 here in the women's 100 backstroke this morning. Swimming in lane 3 for Excel Aquatics, Sarah Carrico. 4 for Greenwich YWCA, Wesley Wales, and 5 for Bowling Green Swim Club, Claire Kenmore, or Cremier rather. Wesley Wales, 109.35, Heat 2. Heat 2, lane 1 for Bowling Green Swim Club, Natalie Sanders. 2 for Academy Bullets, Emily Letezowitz. 3 for Zionsville, Delaney McAfee. Lane 4 for Arlington Aquatic, Bryn Cameron. 5 for Chicago Wolfpack, Francesca Sanchez. 6 for Academy Bullets, Peyton Dorman. 7 for Stingrays, Hannah Ellis. Bryn Cameron, Arlington Aquatic, 109.02, Heat 3. Heat 3, lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Parker Russell. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Zoe McGee. 3 for Southeast Metro, Megan Gillard. 4 for Waukesha Express, Abigail Balker. 5 for Nova of Virginia, Charlotte White. 6 for North Carolina, Annie Schoof. 7 for Greenwich YWCA, Melissa Geiger. And 8 for Rockville Montgomery, Gabriel Day. Charlotte White there out of that last heat, 107.90, Heat 4. Heat 4 here with Emily Heinz of Greenville out front, lane 2. Emily Heinz touching at a time 106.84. Heat 5. Here are the results of preliminary swims in the men's 50 free. The second alternate in E is Smith. First alternate Fu. In the E final, Prince, Kang, Weiner, Wolfo, Johannesson, Tran, Liu, and Begoff. In the D final, Schuster, Rattler, Grau, Durham, Chen, Stevenson, and Perkins. Got potential swim off here to determine who's in C and who's in D. Between Mailer of Affinity and Boylan of Excel. I need to see Infinity Aquatic and Excel Aquatic coach over at the lower admin table. The rest of the C final heat, Wu, Wilbur, Zhao, Jewel, Heinrich Persalt, and Keck. Potential swim off in the B final, or to determine who's in the B, who's in C, between Skidmore of Eagle and Grood of Chicago Wolfpack. So I need a Chicago Wolfpack and Eagle swim coach over at the lower admin table. The rest of the B final heat in the men's 50 breaststroke, Widman, Shaper, Zhao, Ridge, Delzer, Home, and Bowers. I'll be back with the rest of that once we get our next heat in the water. Heat 5 here of the women's 100 backstroke with Totten touching at a time 108.02. Into heat 6 we go. Here is the A final heat, men's 50 breaststroke. York, Kuznerski, Hensel, Martin, Gronecki, Tannenberger, Wolf, and the top seed from Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang, with that new meet record time of a 28.11. Time now is 10:48, and a 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 22. Again, we need to see coaches from Excel Aquatics, Infinity Aquatics, Eagle Swim Team, and Chicago Wolfpack over at the lower admin table. Kate Penawert of Tide Riders lane 2. Heading into the wall here in heat 6, she does touch first, 107.25. Heat 7. Heat 7, lane 1. From North Carolina, Aquatic, Mackenzie Collins. 2 for Tide Riders, Caitlin Coleman. 3 for Hershey Aquatic, Avery Kesterson. 4 for St. Croix, Elena Biebel. 5 for Academy Bullets, Amelia Murphy. Lane 6 for Chicago Wolfpack, Alexia Brockman. 7 for the Wolfpack, Olivia Kremer. And 8 for St. Croix, Lucy Pizzoza. Brockman touching in a 106.63. Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1 for Rockville Montgomery, Celia Watkins. 2 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Audrey Gill. 3 for Suburban Seahawks, Molly Lowe. 4 for Academy Bullets, Abigail Moore. 5 for Hershey Aquatic, Natalie Colarossi. 6 for Wilmington Aquatic, Logan Begley. 7 for Badger Aquatics, Isabella Bloom. And 8 for Mason Manta Rays, Isabella Tepley. Abigail Moore, 105.60. Heat 9. We need to see coaching representatives from the following teams over at the lower admin table: Chicago Wolfpack, North Carolina Aquatic, Kentucky, and Long Island Aquatic. Need to see those coaches at the lower admin table, please. Heat 9 underway. Sears from Fort Wayne in 1, Weston from Greenville in 2, Woowell from Waukesha in 3, Crow for Arkansas Dolphins in 4, Zens for Eagle in 5, Diaz for Long Island in 6, Gordon for Mason Manta Rays in 7, and Shumley for Tide Riders in lane 8. Heat 9 on the wall, and touching first, Elizabeth Weston of Greenville, 107.12, Heat 10. Okay, this is Heat 10. Heat 10, lane 1 for Ole Swimming, Aubriel McKay, 2 for Arlington Aquatic, Nora Sherman, 3 for Tide Riders, Lindsay Neighbor, 4 for Novi Sturgeons, Catherine White, 5 for Verona Area Swim Team, Peyton Flowers, 6 for Shark Swim Club, Daryl Riddell, 7 for Affinity Aquatic, Laura Robertson, and 8 for Stingrays, Sydney Johnson. Heat 10 on the wall with Aubriel McKay, Ole Swimming, 105.83. Heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1 for Dance Club, Ellie Burke. 2 for Lakeside, Lilia Walker. 3 for Wilmington Aquatic Club, Liza Johnson. 4 for Franklin Regional, Chloe Vidito. 5 for Waukesha Express, Evelyn Brown. 6 for Irish Aquatics, Elizabeth Marion. 7 for New Trier Aquatics, Maria Chang. And 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Marley Cooksey. Ellie Burke, Dance Club, out of lane 1, 106.47. Heat 12. Heat 12, lane 1 for Germantown Academy, Amelia Gibson. 2 for Academy Bullets, Audrey Lindstrom. 3 for Swim Houston, Jalen Hardy. 4 for Franklin Regional, Naomi Henry. 5 for Kentucky Aquatics, Megan Wedeking. 6 for Arlington Aquatic, Gloria Quang. 7 for Waukesha Express, Chloe Yerkes. And lane 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Callista Chen. Chloe Kwong, Arlington Aquatic, lane 6, 105.90. Heat 13. Heat 13, lane 1 for Sharks, Ryan Blindahl. 2 for Lakeside, Lillian Burkowski. 3 for Poseidon Swimming, Elsie Bridbenner. 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Elizabeth Link. 5 for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Alexandra Davis. 6 for Chicago Wolfpack, Maya Arroyo. 7 for Tide Riders, Noelle Rice. And 8 for Irish Aquatics, Lauren McGrath. Maya Roro in lane 6, 105.97. Heat 14. We need a coaching representative from Infinity and Excel to the lower admin table. Coaching representative from Infinity and one from Excel needed at the lower admin table, please. Heat 14 here, Lila Connor. Mecklenburg, lane 3, 106.38. Heat 15. Heat 15 underway. Lane 1 for Tide Riders, Scouten Jackson. 2 for Lakeside, Kinley Jones. 3 for Germantown Academy, Sarah Freeman. 4 for Badger Aquatics, Tatum Martin. 5 for Blazing Barracudas, Josephine Pillavong. 6 for Tsunami Swim Team, Elizabeth Landuet. 7 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Vivian Zangaro. And 8 for Missouri State Aquatics, Erica Brown. Josephine Pillion, Blazing Barracudas, 105.36. Heat 16 now. Swimmers and coaches, event 22, the men's 50 breaststroke. Results have been updated, and you can check those out at the lower admin table. Again, event 22, men's 50 breaststroke. The preliminary results have been updated. You can check those out at the lower admin table. Heat 16 underway. Lane 1 for Dance Club. Lena Alley, 2 for Chicago Wolfpack. Fagan Kaminsky, 3 for Academy Bullets. Haley Vlasic, 4 for Excel Aquatics. Madeline Webb, 5 for Machine Aquatics. Elizabeth Bryan, 6 for Southeastern Swim Club. Naomi Haynes, 7 for Waukesha Express. Mackenzie Choinsky, and lane 8 for Arlington Aquatic Club. Catherine Douglas. Tight field coming into the wall there in Heat 16. Vlasic from Academy Bullets, lane 3, 105.51. Heat 17 up next. Heat 17, lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Avery Antonuski. 2 for Academy Bullets, Sadie Murphy. 3 for Lakeside, Carly Tyler. 4 for Germantown Academy and Madison Camden. 5 for Excel Aquatics, Allie Joyce. Lane 6 for Tide Riders, Madeline Krager. 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, Lipa Niora. And lane 8 for Mason Manta Rays, Dana Fairbanks. Once again, we're looking for coaching representatives from Infinity and Excel Aquatics over at the lower admin table. Need a coaching representative from Infinity and Excel Aquatics over at the lower admin table, please. Heat 17 touching Antonuski in lane 1, 105.49. Heat 18 now. Heat 18, lane 1 for Greenwich YWCA, Catherine Butchery. 2 for Petty Aquatic, Samantha Vlasis. 3 for North Carolina Aquatics, Audrey Woke. 4 for Verona Area Swim Team, Elise Block. 5 for Chicago Wolfpack, Isabella Chow. 6 for Chelsea Piers, Alexander Moore. 7 for Irish Aquatics, Molly Barnes. And 8 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Addison Burrow. Heat winner out of lane 1 again, Catherine Butchery, Greenwich YWCA, in a 105.18, heading into Heat 19. Still looking for a coach from Infinity and Excel Aquatics to the lower admin table. Need coaches from Infinity and Excel Aquatics over at the lower admin table. Heat 19 to the water now. Lane 1 for Ole Swimming, Catherine Tang. 2 for Tide Riders, Avery Canane. 3 for Nova of Virginia, Emery de Gunther. 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Elise Nardozzi. 5 for Academy Bullets, Annabelle Naraki. 6 for the Bullets, Lauren O'Connor. 7 for the Bullets, Julian McNamara. 8 for Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. Elise Nardozzi of Team Pittsburgh in lane 4. 1:03.42. Quickest so far. Into heat 20 now. Heat 20, the first of our circle-seated heats in women's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Ensworth Aquatic, Lily Robertson. 2 for Arkansas Dolphins, Zoe Smith. 3 for Ole Swimming, Josie Conley. 4 for Stingrays, Finley Jolens. 5 for Mason Manta Rays, Maya Schweikert. 6 for Zionsville, Molly Simmons. Lane 7 for Verona Area Swim Team, Olivia Sina. Lane 8 for Tide Riders, Alexis Cook. Finley Jolens of Stingrays just ahead of Schweikert coming in. They both reach for the wall, and Jolens from Mason Manta Rays touching first in lane 4. 1:02.86. Quick so far with 2 more heats left to go. Here's heat 21. Heat 21, lane 1 for Wilmington Aquatic, Rachel Bachrath. 2 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Ellison Schrank. 3 for Shark Swim Club, Macy DeGroot. 4 for Germantown Academy, Emily Hamill. 5 for Suburban Seahawks, Alexa Connor. Lane 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani. And lane 8 for Waukesha Express, Emerson Meyer. Ellison Schrank of Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, 1:02.68. Now heat 22. Is our final heat in the preliminaries of the women's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Verona swim team, Maisie Paredes. 2 for Nova of Virginia, Caitlin Hodem. 3 for Lakeside, Kate Brager. 4 for Lakeside is Charlotte Crush. 5 for Waukesha Express, Ella Ann Newski. 6 for Germantown, Carly Bowles. 7 for Rockwood, Abby Luton. 8 for Petty Aquatic Association, Hannah Bateman. .50 turn and Charlotte Crush out front. She has a seed time coming in faster than meet record. Meet record is a 1:00.07. Charlotte Crush, the current meet record holder, her seed time 59.86. And again, she's got a half a length to go here in our final heat of the women's 100 backstroke this morning. Making it look easy, Charlotte Crush. Her time, 1:00.54. Into 12 preliminary heats of the men's 200 butterfly, heat 1. Heat 1, lane 3 for Fast Tigers, Caden Askren. 4 for Petty Aquatic Association, Luke Luo. And lane 8 for Infinity Aquatic Club, Harris Abernathy. Harris Abernathy taking it out in lane 5, 102.71 ahead of Luo. In lane 4, 104.56. Harris Abernathy, Infinity Aquatic Club, 212.79. Heat 2. Heat 2, lane 2 for Team Greenville, Walker Simpson. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Darren Oxialgo. 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Tucker Wilson. And 5 Ole Swimming is Liam Seifert. 6 for Lakeside, Hampton Stucker. 7 for Tide Riders, Benjamin Chumley. Here are the results of preliminary swims, the women's 100 backstroke. Second alternate in E, Fairbanks. First alternate, Quang. In the E final, McKay, Joyce, Moore, Vlasis, Webb, Kaminsky, Antnewski, and Zangaro. In the D final, Barnes, Pilion, Chow, Block, Bockrath, Boutry, Smith, and Canine. In the C final, O'Connor, Meyer, McNamara, Luton, Cook, Bateman, DeGunther, and Cena. In the B final of the women's 100 back, Hodum, Paradis, Simmons, Naraki, Graziani, Bowles, Brager, and Antonuski. And the A final of the women's 100 backstroke, Nardozzi, Schweikert, DeGroot, Connor, Jolins, Hamill, Schrank, and the top seed from Lakeside Swim team is Charlotte Crush in the time of 1:00.54. Time now 11:21, a 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 23. The MC for 211.19. P3. P3, lane 1 for Tide Riders, Joshua Denkoff. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Roman Drews. 3 for Badger Aquatics, Ethan Johnson. 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Jackson Liao. 5 for Infinity Aquatic, Vaughn Muir. 6 for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Tate Alexander. And 8 for Summit City Aquatics, Jackson Pyle. Need a coaching representative from Verona. Heat 4. Need a coaching representative from Verona and Excel to the lower admin table. Bird touching, 209.98. Heat 5. Heat 5, lane 1 for Ole Swimming, William Blakely. Lane 2 for Nova of Virginia, Charlie Harrington. 3 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Gabriel Isley. 4 for Mason Manor Rays, Ryder Hicks. 5 for Missouri State Aquatics, Bryce Reuter. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Meyer Hitch. 7 for Tide Riders, Alexander Theos. And in 8 for Dad's Club, Parker Eford. Bryce Reuter of Missouri State out front of lane 5, 10052. Head of Ryder Hicks and Mason Manor Rays, lane 4. Bryce Reuter, Missouri State Aquatics. In lane 5, Reuter's time, 208.94. Heat 6. Heat 6, lane 1. Team Pittsburgh, Zachary Schuster. 2 for Academy Bullets, Gage Helvrich. 3 for Waukesha Express, Mason Brune. 4 for Nova of Virginia, Aiden Mumanovic. 5 for Kentucky Aquatics, Clark Coyle. 6 for Suburban Seahawks, Gavin Shiflett. 7 for Machine Aquatics, Jackson Steiner. And lane 8 for Rockville Montgomery, Daniel Prinz. Clark Coyle, Kentucky Aquatics here in lane 5. Coyle's time 206.29. Heat 7. Well, we are going to have at least 5 swim-offs in 50 breaststroke coming up at the conclusion here of the men's 200 butterfly. 5 heats of swim-offs, 3 in the women and 2 in the men for 50 breaststroke coming up at the conclusion of our preliminaries here in the men's 200 butterfly. Here on the back end of heat 7 of 12 to be swum in the men's 200 butterfly. Out in front, lane 2, Joshua Farnsworth, Nova of Virginia. And Farnsworth in a time 206.70. Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1 for early swimming. Zane Nall, 2 for Tsunami. Preston Zuber, 3 for Dad's Club. James Hackney, 4 for Rockville Montgomery. Alexander Jungbluth, 5 for Ensworth Aquatics. Matthew Hughes, 6 for Team Pittsburgh. McClellan Clark, 7 for Blazing Barracudas. Leland McPhail. Leland McPhail of Blazing Barracudas turns at the 100, 100.00. Zuber second in lane 2, 101.01. Heat 8 coming down to the wall, and now Jungbluth pulling ahead of McPhail. And Alexander Jungbluth of Rockville, Montgomery on the wall in a 2:06.48. Heat 9. Heat 9, lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Wilson York. 2 for Dance Club, Larkin Hellman. 3 for Mason Manta Rays, Colin Pressler. 4 for Academy Bullets, Daniel Janitis. 5 for Academy Bullets, Tanner Stumpenhorse. And lane 7 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Patrick O'Hagan. Tonight is turning in lane 4, 59.07 ahead of Stumpenhorse. The 2 Academy Bullets swimmers, first and second there at the 100. Daniel Janitis, Academy Bullets here in lane 4. 2:05.43. Quick so far with the first of our circle seated heats. And the men's 200 butterfly coming up now, heat 10. Heat 10, lane 1 for Zionsville Swim Club, Gavin Coggan. 2 for Swim Houston, Gideon Swan. 3 for North Carolina Aquatic, Andrew Cummins. 4 for Lakeside, Boone Wilcox. Lane 5 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Ryan Baldwin. And 7 for Rockville Montgomery, Joshua Lopez. And 8-14 Pittsburgh, William Gow. Joshua Lopez, Rockville Montgomery out front, lane 7. Turns at the 100, 58.97 ahead of Boone Wilcox of Lakeside, lane 4, and 59.05. Wilcox now into the lead at the 150, 131.27, with Baldwin second in lane 5. And Baldwin getting in there just ahead of Wilcox at the end, 2:04.02. 400ths of a second separating those two. Heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1 for Arlington Aquatic. Evan Ingraham, 2 for Suburban Seahawks. Ken Gidier, 3 for North Carolina Aquatic. Benjamin Brock, 4 for Long Island Aquatic. Sean Green, 5 for Summit City Aquatics. Owen Lindsay, 6 for New Wave. Logan Beebe, and 8 for Lakeside Swim Team. Stephen Bailey. Sean Green at the 100, lane 4, 58.81. Had a Logan Beebe of New Wave in lane 6, who turned in a 59.09. Sean Green of Long Island Aquatic going to be the first to touch in Heat 11, 2:02.70. Our quickest posting with one more heat left to go. Heat 12. This is our final preliminary heat of the men's 200 butterfly. Lane 1 for Poseidon Swimming, Spencer Campbell. 2 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatics, Jack Haley. 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, Pico Hooper Havlin. Lane 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. 5 for Long Island Aquatic, Ethan Silver. 6 for North Carolina Aquatic, Ian Platts Mills. 7 for Fast Tigers, Luis Sanchez. And in lane 8 for Nova of Virginia, Brady Julian. As I said, we got 5 swim-offs coming up and 50 breaststroke at the conclusion of the heat that's in the water. Thomas Mercer at the 100, 58.33, ahead of Pico Hooper Havlin, the Wolfpack in lane 3. We need a coaching representative from Waukesha Express at the lower admin table. Coaching representative from Waukesha Express, please report to the lower admin table. Pico Hooper Havlin, the Chicago Wolfpack, is taking control here of Heat 12 of the men's 200 butterfly, our final heat in this event. and he touches in a 2:01.95. That's our quickest time turned in. Five swim-off heats coming up. 3 in the women's 50 breaststroke, 2 in the men. In heat 1, this is determined who's in the B and who's in the C final. Lane 4 from Chicago Wolfpack, Brooke Witt, and lane 5 for Academy Bullets, Isabella Witowitz. These ladies tied earlier at a 34.19. Again, this determines who's in the B, who's in the C final. Witt in 4, Witowitz in 5. Into the wall they come, pretty equal. But it is Brooke Witt of Chicago Wolfpack touching first in a time of 33.54. Both those ladies swimming faster than their earlier swims of this morning. This is heat 2 now. This heat to determine who's in the C, who's in the D final. Lane 3 for Blazing Barracudas, Sophia Jimenez. 2 for Mason Manarays, Nora Smythe. And 5 for Academy Bullets, Olivia Moore. They tied at a 34.64. Sophia Jimenez, Blazing Barracudas with the edge. She does touch first, 34.09. Heat 3 now. This heat determines who is in the E final, who's the first alternate. Lane 4 for Academy Bullets, Ariana Nakula, and 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, Parker Russell. They tied in their swims earlier this morning, 35.27. Wow, Nakula of Academy Bullets way out front over Russell. Russell comes back a bit at the end, but it's going to be Nakula touching in a 34.37. Again, both those ladies swimming quicker than their times of earlier this morning. Now we have 2 heats for the men, heat 1. This to determine who's in the B final, who's in the C final. Lane 4 for Eagle Swim Team, Holden Skidmore. 5 for Chicago Wolfpack, Stephen Grood. They both tied in their earlier preliminary swims at a 30.10. Stephen Grood looking strong, but Skidmore getting those hands out there on the reach, and Skidmore does touch first in a time of 29.69. And Stephen Grood tying his time from earlier this morning at a 30.10. Nice job, gentlemen. One more heat left to go. This is heat 2 in our swim-off session for the men. This is swim-off for 25th. Swim-off to the Max. We got Max Boylan, Excel Aquatics in lane 4. Max Mailer for Infinity Aquatic in lane 5. Max Mailer of Infinity in lane 5, out in front of Boylan in 4. And Mailer touching it at 29.73. And we still, I understand, might have one more swim-off pending, so we'll keep you posted on that. Here now are the results of preliminary swims in the men's 200 butterfly. Second alternate in E, Abernathy. First alternate is Isley. In the E final of the men's 200 butterfly, Alexander, Helfrich, Keys, Zamora, Motter, Drews, Blakely, and Pressler. The D final, Hughes, Julian, Gluck, Reuter, Coggin, O'Connor, York, and Bailey. The C final of the men's 200 fly, Clark, Stumpenhorst, Brock, Mercer, Prinz, Platts Mills, Swan, and McPhail. B final of the men's 200 fly, Yidier, Cummins, Farnsworth, Jungbluth, Beebe, Coyle, Haley, and Campbell. And the A final of the men's 200 fly, Lopez, Janitis, Wilcox, Baldwin, Silver, Lindsay, Green, and your top seed from Chicago Wolfpack, Vico, Hooper, Havlin. His swim of a 2:01.95. Time now is 11:55. 30-minute scratch roll in effect for event number 24.